ain't no name on it. Nigga, get the ball played and get the action. Let's go, why you got it? Change time.
Okay, so we got to talk about the situation with Chris Paul, man. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys seen the news about the Clippers and Chris Paul. Chris Paul had put this out on his story when everything went down. So Chris Paul put this on his story. He said, just found out I'm being sent home, and he put the deuces emoji. So a lot of people started reacting to it. Gilbert Arenas reacted to it.
Oh, I done had it with the Clippers now. Y'all gonna send the best Clipper y'all ever had home and not let him finish his last year. We remember what you did to Clipper Darrell. Now you're doing this to Chris Paul. Okay, we playing games. Take y'all asses home then. Go back to Buffalo. Yeah, we don't want you here. Yeah, I'm sorry, Bomber. I know you just bought this team and you got all the money. Take y'all asses back to Buffalo. We don't want you in Los Angeles. The only reason you have fans here is because you got 1980 sex worker prices. Yeah, we can take our kids for $40. Yeah, the whole family, $40. That's why you got fans. Chris Paul got more NBA fans than y'all got fans around here, and this is what disrespect y'all doing to him? Sending them home. Y'all shouldn't even show up. We not watching you niggas anyway. Okay.
And yeah, man, you know, a lot of people was just speculating like, yo, what happened? And I guess Lou Williams explained everything about what happened and why Chris Paul got sent home. So let's check out what Lou Williams revealed about the reason why the Clippers sent Chris Paul home. Let's check out this video right here. And if you can, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. That really does help these videos get pushed out to the algorithm, and I really do appreciate that.
You're our guy when it comes to all things Clippers. What the hell just happened, sir?
Yeah, just talking to a few different people over there and just trying to understand what transpired in the early morning hours of this team being in Atlanta. But from what I've gathered, that brought an end to this abruptly was there was a few scenarios, and which CP was holding people accountable from players to staff, from coaching staff up to the front office. And from what I understand, there was a situation where he even addressed the team and apologized and said, look, my criticisms are coming from a good place. I want us to be a good team. I want us to get this thing right. And he was just holding guys accountable. Now how some of that talk was taken or interpreted, that's up for the players and the coaching staff that was involved and how they felt about it. And then down the line, there was another scenario where, he was critical of front office as well. And I think that was the one that broke the camel's back. That was the straw that broke the camel's back when he had, some criticisms for the front office as well. I think that's what brought this to a head in the early hours in Atlanta. Like I said, I'm in Atlanta. The Clippers are in Atlanta. It was about, 3-something in the morning. For whatever reason, I was up, but I was up. And, and that's what I was understood, but for a player who's going to go down as a Hall of Famer, for somebody who's going to, possibly have the opportunity to be the first jersey retired in the Raptors over there at the Intuit Dome and be the first to represent Lob City and be the first person to represent the Clippers in that manner. This is just a sour way to go out. It looks bad on the Clippers' part to do this in the late night hours. It looks bad for Chris Paul. It looks bad for all parties involved.
The CP situation, it's a up situation. Imagine CP right now. He's embarrassed that my own organization that I brought back to relevance is on me. We ain't talking about what I'm doing right now or what have you done for me lately. You with my legacy now. This is the up side of the sport. And I know a lot of people say, well, Chris Paul is older, but you still don't do that. You should treat that with a level of respect because now you playing with somebody's legacy. It ain't about wins and losses right now. I should have enough respect for you and your legacy not to let you go out like this. You got 4 months here. The guy's retiring in April.
So what's his next most logical step career-wise?
Go be with your family, bro. Lock into Chris. It's going to be an ego hit because you ain't going to want to go out like that because it's embarrassing. But what's going to keep you strong is your kids. I get to live through my son right there. And I'm speaking from experience. And he's similar because he got a son that's on his way up too.
Yeah, it's just kind of like it's kind of like a slap on the back on your way out type of thing. You know, I was present when Blake Griffin was traded. You know, my personal situation. This is a person that told me I can relax. I'm not getting traded. 15 minutes later, I was an Atlanta Hawk. And now we have this scenario. So, and you guys been working for me. This is going on year 3 now. I've held my tongue and not been critical of L. Frank because that's not really my style. And I didn't want to be the scorned ex-girlfriend. I didn't want to be that person. And so I never spoke about him in this manner. But when you do this to a guy, and I'm gonna keep harping on it, that 3 was going up in the rafters. That 3 was going up. And you do this to that guy? Like, okay, cool, he's talking shit. Okay, cool, he got a lot to say. Chris Paul has always had a lot to say. You know what you're signing up for when you sign Chris Paul. He's always had a lot to say. You know that. You know he's an acquired taste. So now that he's talking and you're the target of talking, you release him or you tell him to go home in the middle of the night on the road. Come on, man, you don't do that. That's bad business. It's bad optics. But this is the person that's represented. And again, are we going to get an L. Frank press conference this week? Is he going to stand out in front of the cameras and take questions and yield questions about the state of where this team is right now? Is he going to do that? Or is he going to hide behind the shadows and allow somebody else to stand in front of the camera and not hold those questions? These are answers that we need to know. At this point, let's take the gloves off and let's get this thing situated and let's get it all figured out.
So that's what Lou Williams exposed about the Chris Paul situation with the Clippers and why they sent Chris Paul home. And, you know, I believe Lou Williams on that because I've always listened to Blake Griffin talk about, you know, he and Chris Paul relationship and how Chris Paul was as a teammate and as a leader. And he was saying how, you know, Chris Paul takes this stuff serious. Like he takes winning serious, even like regular season games. Like he takes it serious.
That Clippers team, like that's what I'll miss the most. Looking back, it's like it eats at me that we never won.
We always talk about CP3. What is it about him? Is he a vocal leader? Is he like a lead by example guy?
A lot of people tried to make it seem like we didn't like each other. That was just, it was not the case. He's both him sort of bringing us along as young players. Me and DeAndre were like the young guys, right? Like bringing us along, trying to teach us how you do this every single night. Everybody sees the assists, right? Everybody sees the mid-range, the step back, whatever, the floaters, everybody sees all that. Yeah. The thing that people don't really see, and that's what people don't really understand, is like his competitive drive and his hunger to win. Just a regular season game is pretty unmatched. That's the thing that I learned from it. It's like, no, every possession matters. Like, think the game, be a step ahead. He's working 4 to 5 to 6 different things at one time, right? Like my time with the Clippers, like you're not going to see me facilitate as much. We got the best facilitator possibly of all time.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Why would I do that when we have the best one on our team?
That was like, a TV show, man. That's why.
Literally,
you got clipped. Real good.
Were you offended that you were not cast? You know what I'm saying? And like Blake Griffin as himself.
Man,
or consulted at least.
It felt like when they did the casting for my role, they were like, I mean, I guess we could dye his hair red. Like, they were just like, we got nobody. There's nobody that looks like this motherfucker.
It was from Sterling Eyes. It was how he saw you.
Yeah.
Wow. What stands out though? The basketball part Meryl's talking about, or obviously the part that becomes a docuseries or whatever you want to call it, dramatization. Like that was such a moment in terms of like the NBA at large, culturally, the way it all goes down.
When I look back, like it's always about the basketball, and the basketball brought on all that other stuff. But man, the basketball, that was like the most fun.
And people in that Clippers organization should have already known that about Chris Paul. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that by now about Chris Paul. He's been in the NBA for 21 seasons. He was drafted in 2004. I'm pretty sure by now you guys know what you're going to get when you get a Chris Paul. And Chris Paul was the perfect guy to come in and help the Clippers organization turn things around. But as you can see, they couldn't handle it. And that was it. They sent him home, and the rest is the history, guys. They sent him home, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be more to unpack days to come. So I would like for you guys to get in the comment section down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts about today's video. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Catch you guys on the next one, and we out, guys. Peace.